Right, welcome back everyone to the second episode of Epipeople On The Record.
I think we could have done that like together, on the record. Welcome to Epipeople On The Record.
Let's do this. Welcome everyone to the second episode of Epipeople
On the Record. Amazing.
Okay, in the first episode, we talked about how Mina got into this industry. I'm more interested to now know about what kept you here. So there were a lot of things that we do, right? So maybe you can briefly tell us like your scope of work.
I was caged here. I was forced. If I ever leave the office, I'm done. Okay, sorry, Ellen. Yes, let me answer your question.
Yes, answer the question.
Answer the question. What kept me here?
Now, what was your scope? What
was
do
the
here?
scope?
What do you do here first?
What do I do here? I am a junior consultant. I mainly facilitate team building, consult client, and do soft skills training.
So, like, over the last 6 years, right? Almost 6 years that you have been in here. What kept you here? Because previously, right, it was more like I wouldn't say soul searching, but kind of like a reflections on your personal journey, trying to figure out what you wanted to do. Then we got you in here, but you've stayed for the last 6 years. So there must be something that you got out of this industry, right?
Okay. I had some thoughts about it. I would say probably these three things. The first one is the purpose. I think this is one of the work that I can definitely see the value in terms of doing it. Where clients have problem, we try to solve the problem. Clients have some dynamic challenges, or they want to make a vision come true. We step in to solve that or make it happen. For me, that gives a lot of value. So every time after a project, it usually charges me up. Whenever I'm down, I just do another project, and then it reminds me of why I'm doing it in the first place. So the first one is definitely purpose. The second one is the team culture. Team culture. I will give this credit to Ellen and the team, because it's not easy to find a lead that is not just kind but also competent. For me, kind is one thing, but competent is another thing. Sometimes you have a boss who is nice, they always lanja you ka. But to find someone who is competent and I can see that is the pathway that I want to go to, for me, that is a bonus for me. Okay, I look at Ellen. Yeah, I want to be somehow like Ellen. Not exactly, but somehow like Ellen. Like I want to be a good trainer. I want to be a good speaker, facilitator that can help people. I want to be a good consultant. Then for me, that I stay because he's a good mentor. And in addition to that, he is also nice. So, okay lah. What problem do I have? No problem. So the first one, purpose. Second, the team. The third one is money. I'll just be honest. I'm in here for the money.
Yep.
I wouldn't say I am rich yet. Sometimes I do tend to compare. Like, oh, my colleagues have this. You work at a bank and you get the salary. And then now I'm day by day is kind of chasing for projects, chasing for clients. However, the money feels more worthwhile because it is based on the extra effort that we put in. And at the same time, the potential is also there, which is why we started from team building, and then it doesn't end there. When I look at Epipeople business model, I know that the potential is bigger. And it's not just because of the business model, it's because of the people mindset, the team mindset as well. Because Ellen is trying to push, okay, how can we give more value to clients so that we can earn more? How can we be more efficient in terms of our work so we can earn more?
Yep.
For me, at the end of the day, yeah, it's still money. No money, no game.
Yeah. I think money was one of the conversations that we have to find ways to talk about it, right? I remember in the beginning, you were more, I wouldn't say money oriented, but everything was like, okay, let's go get the money, let's go get the money, let's go get the money. That's what and then I was like, no, let's focus on growth first, let's focus on growth first. And then it's only maybe the last 1 year that I started shift a little bit and I tell you guys, I think guys, we're ready. Let's go get more money, let's go get more money. I think the reason for that is, it's not because that I am denying the importance of money, but I feel like if the main purpose is only money, then we would be blindsided by some of the things that we may not enjoy doing. But if we focus on our passion, right? Like doing what we really wanted to do and we really enjoy doing it and we love doing what we do and we continuously give value. And if that is satisfied from the client's point of view, right? They would pay us accordingly. And when they pay us accordingly, we will still be able to have time to do our own things. And hence we have this, slogan, like this tagline of like a PMT, like a passion, money, and time. Do what you love so that you can make money and you can enjoy the time with people that you care about as well. Over the years, right, there would definitely be one project that kind of like pivot you or shifted or transform or change your mindset, right? Maybe let's start off with team building first. What is that project that you will always go back to and say, this was the project that changed me, or this was the project that made me into a better facilitator?
Time Travel Quest.
Time Travel Quest.
Time Travel Quest is a large-scale team building. It's not my first large-scale team building. However, it's different. It's...
How big was it first? Like, it was a large scale.
Thank you. How big? It was for a big corporation anniversary event. It was 95th anniversary. Almost the whole company is involved for that event, but not on our TTQ, Time Travel Quest, which is some sort of amazing race style kind of team building. The reason why it's big is not because of the number of participations, it's because of the size. Because we are looking into 3 separate buildings that is quite some distance. So in terms of managing people, logistic, activities, there are some logistics.
Okay, so let me understand this. So this Time Travel Quest is a project for a company anniversary where it involves team building for hundreds of people. But then the venue for this team building is not at one venue.
Correct.
It's actually at 3 separate venues.
Correct.
So it involves moving people, making sure that they are safe, the activities are secured, and we also achieve the objective as well.
Yes, correct.
But you have done bigger projects already, like in terms of like numbers of participants, and like you said, this is not the first time. So what made this Time Travel Quest a little bit more special than the rest?
It was not because of the size. I would say it's because of 2 things. The first one is how we get the job. The second one is how I ended the job.
Okay.
Okay.
How you ended the job? Okay. Let's talk about how we got the job.
How we got the job, it was... There was a lot of roller coaster on my side. It was requested from a client. And this client, we have worked with him for different projects. And I think for me, it was more on the heartwarming side because I can finally feel someone truly vouching for us. And for me, that is a testimony of the work that we have done before. And before this, it wasn't a team building project. It was a project that was done on training. But because of that support and the trust that they have based on our quality of work, he vouched us enough that we finally get the job, even though the chances were not the highest at that time.
And to put into context, right, it is not an overnight success, right? It was not an overnight thing. 3 years, was it? 3 years, 2 to 3 years. I think for the first engagement that we had, the first engagement was during pandemic. We had to deliver a project that we had no experience in.
Yes.
Which was more like a content base. We're on team building, we're on training, but then we have to deliver something that is regards to content creation. But we took it on and we delivered. And from there, we had an opportunity to deliver a training. Right? And then from the training, the next year, we had another opportunity to deliver something on a bigger scale, which is more for like a team building.
Even,
and then from the team
even
building,
before team building was a mystery shop survey.
Yeah.
Survey
So there was
project.
like
there was
3-4
different
projects.
Yeah.
And then finally it led to this big one. So that's why it was important. So that's why it was more heartwarming for you, right? Because I felt that too. Because even for me, I even till today, when we talk about it, right, I still feel warm about it because the work that we do, we know that we did a good job when our participants give us good review, good feedback. But it's even more reassuring when someone come back to you and say, we trust you and we want to engage you again.
Correct.
And in fact, we keep track of clients or returning clients, right? Like, how many returning clients do we have? And we take pride in it. If clients come back to us year after year, it means that we must have done something right. Okay, so that was about the starting. Tell us a bit more about the closing of the project. What makes it memorable for you?
The starting was good. The closing was not so good.
Not so good. Okay.
Why not so good? Not so good. Okay. In essence, it was a success. It was a success. What was not good for me, I felt like I was a failure as a leader.
Okay.
Everything went well. Everything went smoothly. Feedback was good, and then we did post-mortem. When after the end of the event, everyone was eating, and then I did post-mortem lah. Okay, you know what? Everyone is tired. Let me just appreciate everyone. Oh, thank you, A, for doing this. Thank you, B, for doing this. Thank you, C. Thank you, D. Thank you, E. I tried to appreciate everyone, and then okay, that was the end of the day. And then the next day we had a discussion post-mortem, and then suddenly I felt like my teammates were complaining about things. And it really shocked me at that time. I was like, what went wrong? They talk about logistics, they talk about heat, they talk about food. There are certain things. And then that's when I realized, wow. And for me, it hurts even more at that time because it wasn't just the core team in the discussion. There was also EMC network, right? Which is our external team. So I felt like, in a way, I at that time I felt like disrespected because all this my team is calling out on me while others are seeing. And then I tried to take it positively at that time, but I couldn't handle my emotion at that time. But I did tell my team. I said, okay, I didn't take it well lah. It was more like, okay, it's a lot for me to take in, but for me it was growth because at that time, before the end of the thing, I tell them, okay, whatever that you all say, I take it in. Because it doesn't matter what I need to defend. Even though there's justification, as a project manager, there's justification for everything. Because not everything will go to plan, but then, as a project manager, I take those all in because as a lead, no matter what, we will still have to take accountability. And that's what I tell my team now. Okay, whatever you said, I take those in. But at the same time, the reason why I was not happy, and then I cried at that time. I cried. The reason I was not happy is because what defines success to me is not just participants happy, not just clients happy, but I also wanted to make sure my teams are happy. And that was a learning moment for me because, it keeps me really thinking, whenever I'm going to lead the project, this tree must be satisfied for me. And they accept lah. Okay, to be fair, it wasn't that bad. Bad. Even my team actually okay. It's just some parts which we can all learn lah together.
Yep, I remember that, and that's why I have a lot of respect for you after the project. It was because a lot of times we will look into success and we say, see, we've done it. And we always try to celebrate the things that went well. But what we wanted to look into as someone's personal growth is the humility. Am I willing to take in feedback from others without defending, without justification, without overly explaining of what could have done differently? But taking it in, accepting their opinion, and then ask ourselves, what can we do better in the next round and next round and next round. And I think you definitely show a lot of growth from that particular one. Right? So everyone, that it was the project that impacted Mina the most, that shifted the way that she consults business. And that was for team building. Like if you enjoy this kind of...
That shows that our time is
That
up.
shows
and
that our time is up.
We are closing.
We are closing episode 2. And if you like, what was my thought? If you like this content or you have any other questions that you have for Mina, drop it in the comment sections and we'll get back to you in a future episode. Every episode, we will have one thing to share with you, one topic to focus on, and most important of all, it's going to be uncut, unedited, unfiltered. Thank you for... So everyone, that is episode 2 of Epipeople On The Record. See you in the next one.